Have we seen the last of Grogu? What is the Book of Boba? Will he get fat just like Bib Fortuna? I'm Brian Carey, and this is Cannonballs, a comedy podcast where we discuss the plot of all the Star Wars media that Disney has deemed canon, including books, comics, TV, and movies. I'm joined, as always, by my co-hosts Matt Martirosian, Aaron Laramie, and Wesley, just one lone X-Wing, Isaac.
Pull up! All craft, pull up!
Ooh, Wesley, this should be interesting.
Wesley,
Isaac.
be interesting.
That's good.
Wesley, seal the blast doors, Isaac.
Wesley, Dark Troopers, Isaac. Just really, just like no context
Dark
for it.
Trooper.
Welcome. We did it. Our 16-week journey? No, it was 14. We did 2 episodes a week.
That can't be right.
Yeah, we made it to the end.
I was like the whole semester.
Yeah.
I
Good
did
for
that for
everyone.
the
They
entire
put up
semester.
how many episodes of Daryl? We really powered through.
Oh, like before
Fucking
Mandalorian or
Yeah, no,
how many
this is the stretch. The stretch.
Marty's talking about this.
total Daryl episodes?
Yeah.
Is that the question? I have no clue.
Yeah, we
Clap
put
right
our
in.
viewers through some stuff.
we
We need that
certainly have.
statistic. We need a statistic guy.
Oh, we certainly do. So we made it through.
Yeah.
We got there. I enjoyed the finale.
The trials and tribulations of watching a TV show.
Yep.
Guys, we survived.
One
We should make
of
t-shirts.
our greatest
I
challenges.
survived watching Mandalorian.
Or I survived Cannonball's podcast.
That is far more.
I
Mother
survived the
stickers for your
entire
car.
episode, or I survived the first episode of the Cannonballs podcast.
Where the audio's like,
Wow.
ooh, you.
The
Oh,
podcast
man.
is basically R2D2 narrating his experience.
I got our best compliment ever. I'd like Craig to leave a review on like iTunes, Spotify, or YouTube, but said, "Hey, I was driving in my car the other day, and I accidentally put on Cannonball's
fuck.
podcast and listened to it for 15 minutes, and it was pretty good." So.
Yeah, he's like,
That's pretty much that's my go-to. My go-to is it's like it's a mistake and it turns out to be okay. That's my entire life.
yeah. He said 5.5 out of 10.
That's the internet for a reason.
I think
It's a mistake, but it turned out to be all right.
my
It was
my
better
plan
than
paid
the
That
off.
says to me all the
time.
time.
My plan paid off of telling
Not my
friends,
mom.
I don't care if you listen to it, just give us the free download on Spotify. And one of them accidentally heard the podcast. So look
I
at
know,
us.
he might accidentally subscribe to the YouTube.
Maybe someday.
You might accidentally like it.
Yeah, right?
I was thinking we just hopped straight into it. No, me talking about banana bread or a waitress who put some menu in my food or anything
We
like
do
that.
Well, now I feel like
Wait,
now I feel like we have to do that.
Sorry, guys, you're going to have to wait
Red Bull.
till next week when we're reviewing Clone Wars.
What about the Adirondacks?
The Adirondack mysteries may remain unsolved because I have no fucking idea what my joke was about.
That's my boy, classic Brian.
Maybe
That's-
someday
yeah,
I
that's
could
like
come up
Wes
with a type
writing
5 about Adirondack chairs or mountains. But,
Something.
yeah, no.
Adirondack sounds like a spider. What's up with that? Hey!
I'm Adirondack phobic. Yeah, no, I don't think there's anything there.
Jesus Christ. Yeah, you're right. Let's just go right into talking about the episode.
Get off the stage, you hack.
They're like playing the music to get me off. Oh man! So
the guy with the big hook comes out and
yanks me off.
Yeah, the shepherd thing.
Let's get straight into this shit. So first, I just want to know: did you like the finale? Yes or no?
2 thumbs up.
Whoa!
Out of how
That
many,
wasn't
though?
yes or no, but
I was on the edge of my seat. Yes, I was.
Like,
we're going.
Yeah,
Off script. He gives you the fucking-
I went for the first episode with slightly thumbs down, and it just became a full 2 thumbs up.
I will say the
At the
second
beginning.
season, I'm definitely far more like excited, and who knows what the future holds and all that. But the second season definitely delivered on a much more Star Warsy front for me than the first one did, for sure.
okay.
I was shocked.
Aaron says Star Warsy. Wes?
Mm-hmm. Yeah, put it in the bottom line.
Yeah, I agree. I agree. I was watching it, and when he came out and he was like, "I am Maximus Decimus Meridius, father to a murdered son," and then I gave him like the little thumb, and I gave him the thumbs up because the crowd. But
You thumb wrestled them?
no, it was good. You guys, yeah, I thumb wrestled. I don't remember the actor's name. That would have been a
Joaquin
nice Aaron
Phoenix?
book right there. Yeah, that's it. Fucking Aaron always steals all the Aaron bucks. No, you guys really fucked me up with all the texting back and forth. And it got me all nervous. I was like, "Oh my god!" They like, "Oh, didn't see that coming." Like, "Oh my god, who are they gonna kill? Are they gonna kill the Mandalorian?"
Oh
And
no,
then, like,
it was very
nothing that
formulaic.
bad happened, and I was like, "Yeah." So no, it was very honestly, I was very nervous to watch it because I was like, "Oh my god, they're really gonna do something crazy," and then it turned out to be just
Spoilers.
incredibly, just like I was like, "Well, that's an episode, all right," but it was good. Yeah, it was. We'll discuss it.
I
So
got
I'll
some
say my
right
parts when I need
juicy
to.
member berries, fucking coated in cocaine. That's what I got.
Dude, that's immediately what I said. I'm like,
Remember Star Wars?
I'm not upset about it. Yeah.
All right, well
Yeah, I love
let's hop
cocaine,
right
so it's
into it.
perfect.
So we start off right in the action. Slave 1, Boba's ship, is pursuing the Imperial transport. Dr. Pershing's in it. That's that clone guy, you know. They
Yeah, he's like, "Look at me, I've done it before."
they hit him with the ion cannon, which I guess is some sort of EMP type deal. All their systems go down. Thought it was a little weird that there's no like guards or anything with them. They're just like 2 pilots who are like, "Sorry, we're just gonna give up immediately."
Well, he's a doctor, so like he probably didn't want any guards for some reason.
That's right. His Hippocratic oath: "I will not be protected by guards."
Yeah, yeah. Because what if they get hurt? Then he's gonna save them. Like that seems like a lot of work. Just
That's true. That's true. Because then he'd be doing harm.
yeah, classic doctors. Yeah, can't do that. Hippocratic oath.
Hypocritical oath.
Probably the title. They should make that spin-off series. It's just about him
Just about Dr. Pershing.
being a doctor.
Oh, I bet I'm gonna have to read some bullshit comic about it in 10 years when we get to that period in time.
Yeah, where for some reason this is still totally acceptable to do.
Marvel's Dr. Pershing. Oh man.
I'd watch that movie.
So we get I wrote that's a fun hostage situation. I don't remember why, but
Fun was the word that you went with?
fun hostage situation.
Yeah, it was a laugh riot.
It's a roller coaster.
I just like the one guy's like, listen, I'm not with that dude. We're cool. We can be buddies. He just shoots him in the back of the head. I was like, yeah, well, what'd you expect, bro? Like, I don't know what you were trying to do there. Like, what was your play? What was your play? They're like, hey, yeah, those guys suck balls. We'll do whatever you want. And the guy's like, no.
Both of them kind of suck. So the one kind of fawns in the fight or flight. The other is just like, let me taunt this Alderaan survivor about Alderaan.
Yeah,
I like-
you gotta think
I
like
like-
you just go around in day-to-day life being taunted about your planet being blown up. Like, ha!
think
You're
that
all
happened,
around.
Yeah, I think that's pretty much what it is. Like, it's like, hey, your planet sucks. Oh
Yeah,
wait, no, it doesn't. Doesn't even exist, bitch.
That's
She's
like,
really?
going
Like, calm
around
down,
being
dude.
like, ha, Hiroshima.
Yep.
It's quite a low.
Ooh. Dude, yeah. Bring out the big guns early. I haven't even had enough to drink to start talking about world wars. All right.
Don't
let me
get
knock
going.
back a couple more. I'll have a few more drinks. We'll talk.
Good.
I was on the plane.
Also, like, it's not like
Jesus Christ.
it's not like he's like holding the hostage through a window like 40, 50 yards away. Like, they're
Mardi.
close range. He's like, you can't hit me. And she, like, I feel like I
She's
could have
like,
hit him in the head. Like, they're 10 feet away.
Yeah, I mean, listen, guys.
What's he wearing on his head? Was that any
sometimes-
sort of protector? Was it just like a hat? to keep his
No,
head warm?
it's just a hat to look cool. Yeah, I mean, like sometimes me and Dev will be horsing around and like I have these little Nerf guns and we try to do like old Western stuff and shoot each other in the face, and we're pretty accurate with those. And I'm pretty drunk, so I'm pretty sure like he should have been like,
He's a great
you think that
stormtrooper.
Wes could shoot Dev? Ah, dude, I think they're always drunk, but that's okay. That's a whole nother thing. But no, I like that. I like that scene because they brought back the whole argument of like, are the rebels actually good guys? Because he's like, you know how many of my buddies worked on the Death Star? And I was like, yeah,
and
that's
she turned it around and was
we've
like,
done that
"Which
one before."
bitch.
Yeah, you're like all of them.
yeah. And he's like, so many people lost their lives just building a place. Well, I mean, again, if you're building a place named the Death Star, you pretty much know what you got into. I think that's Family Guy. I don't remember. But
Yeah,
I don't get
it. On it. Anyway, I thought it was a pretty good call, grabbing Dr. Pershing. I like their plan to get to the ship that Moff Gideon's on.
Chicken Man.
Good
Their
plan.
chicken
Chicken
plan.
Man. Their chicken plan. Me and Aaron came up with a chicken plan, but he mapped the route wrong, so we ended up
I
at somebody's
did.
random house. It was a
Yeah.
bad chicken plan.
Yeah, we had to take a chicken detour. do
we,
a
ended up,
chicken K-turn.
we ended up in a chicken cul-de-sac. It was not as much fun as we would have.
Giancarlo had the
Well,
feet out. It's right at the register.
Did he run it?
He's like, you're going to the wrong house.
He's like, this should be interesting.
Oh man,
So
definitely a top 5 Giancarlo.
They grab the doctor and they say, "Well, we gotta recruit Bo-Katan to go get Moff Gideon because he has something she wants." So Din and
Nailed it.
Boba go there, and she's like, "Fuck off! You're not gonna find him." And Sasha Banks starts talking shit to Boba Fett. She recognizes
that was
Boba
rude.
Fett's voice and thinks he's just a clone. Or, I don't know, does she know who Boba Fett is, Marty? Or does she just recognize his voice?
Sasha Banks' character isn't like in Clone
Oh, I mean
Wars,
Bo-Katan, sorry.
Oh, Bo-Katan? No, she doesn't have a direct connection that I know of to Boba.
Okay, so she
Because
recognizes him.
in Clone Wars, Boba's a kid.
Right.
In Rebels, I don't think Boba's in Rebels.
Okay.
Yeah,
So,
I'm gonna say no.
Boba keeps calling her princess, kind of taunting her. He wrestles with Sasha Banks, who has a name in the show, which is... I never write it where it needs to be. It's something. We'll get there.
Shit, don't take that on Boba. That jetpack.
Koska something.
Kosuke Fukudome.
Yeah,
Kosuke Fukudome.
oh, the Fukudome.
Yeah.
Do you remember?
Yeah.
Fuck you guys, man.
All-star center fielder for the Chicago Cubs.
Yeah, that's a big fucking Japanese player reference right there.
I feel like this is the 15-minute part where Craig turned it off.
Yeah, when he was like,
Craig's
we were
like,
like,
all right, I've heard enough.
Kosuke or Daisuke? Like, who's your favorite K, Kosuke or Daisuke? And he's like, yeah, shut this shit off.
It's like, all this time I thought you guys were doing an awful podcast. Turns out it's mediocre.
Yeah.
You're like, yeah,
2 out of 5.
we'll take it.
It's not even about Star Wars. All right. So, Boba and Koska wrestle. Eventually, they say, you know what? We will join you because thanks, Aaron, in the chat. We know where Moff Gideon is. You can get your dark saber. We can rescue Grogu. It'll be a whole fun adventure. Come along. And we've got this
more fun than that.
2 blurs, 1 stone.
So Bo-Katan's like, fine, I want to keep the ship when we're done, and maybe you could help us with the whole Mandalore situation. Little foundling bitch is what she wanted to say. So we cut to the ship. They're discussing the plan. Dr. Pershing's wearing these like dark welding goggles for some reason, which I found hilarious for some, like, he looked funny.
That's so he can look cool.
Yeah, he's just sitting in the dark like, shit, I'm captured. Look at my welding goggles. Telling them their plan sucks. Yeah, that's also a good question. There's a lot at the end where I'm like, where did everyone end up? Like, what was the plan after?
Yeah, I agree. Yeah, the whole end was a little iffy, but again, we'll get there.
We certainly will. He tells them how the dark troopers...
What a great host.
The dark troopers need a few minutes to power up. So, you know, better be quick about it. Tells them where...
Yeah,
but
how.
They have like a dubstep beat when they power up.
You guys are like... Oh, wait. We'll get there. I like how you're setting the anticipation.
Yeah, dude, no, gotta get the fans. They gotta build the fans up, man. The fans would be so excited. What if the Dark Troopers didn't need time to power up? Like, what would the plan have been then? Just like, I guess we're not going.
Grogu's theirs.
They're like, the Dark Troopers are gonna be there. Dark Troopers are there, just ready to go. And he'd be like, okay, so how do we beat them? Like, you really don't. They're gonna kick your ass. He'd be like, I guess we're going home.
If only we had a Jedi on our side.
Thank God. Yeah. Thank God for that. I think you don't have enough electricity to keep them running. So that's good. Cheers.
There's some conflicting Bo-Katan and Cara Dune goals. Cara Dune seems to want to arrest Moff Gideon. Bo-Katan wants to kill him.
Bo-Katan's like, he's too dangerous to be brought in alive. And then Anakin's like, no, it's not right. And then he cuts off Bo-Katan's arm.
He deserves a trial.
And force pushes her out the window. Yeah, like, he deserves a trial.
Rightfully win the election.
Yeah.
Can't reach out the vote.
He keeps whispering about a stolen election.
4 more years, Moff Gideon.
Yeah.
Oh, man.
Those damn liberals stole it from Moff Gideon. Yeah. I'm like, all right, Bo-Katan's like, Cara, dude, calm down, bro. Like, you guys lost. It's okay. It's okay. We did 4 years of Moff Gideon. It was fucked up. It's okay. He tried to build the Moff Gideon wall. It's okay. We understand.
Yeah, Moff Gideon's
too bad his face
fucked
with
up
the
shit,
giant
but
wall.
he says what the Outer Rim's thinking.
Yeah, that's what it is. Everybody out there is thinking this. Moff Gideon's the only one with the balls to say it. 4 more years.
Oh, Jesus Christ. I like their plan. I found, like, with last episode, with some kind of plot holy things as to why they were doing what they're doing, I love the plan of pretending to be chased by Boba Fett and Slave One. Being like, oh, we gotta come in hot, let us in. So that worked out, which was pretty cool.
Yeah, that was. I thought they were gonna kill Boba Fett because you guys sent me all those texts. So I was like, "Oh my god, here it comes!"
Dude, Boba Fett, he's in trouble.
And it never happened. So
Boba Fett's shrimp.
Boba Fett.
Bubba Gump.
All right.
I like it.
Fuck you guys. You guys love Boba Fett, right? Remember when Forrest Gump helped Boba Fett get off?
Yeah. Forrest Gump saved Boba Fett from the Sarlacc pit. Everyone remembers.
Yeah. Yeah, like, no Sarlacc. Boba Fett ice cream. Yeah, I remember that. That's my favorite part of the movie.
You can steam them. You can put them in carbonite.
Oh man, that's good.
That might be the best thing Aaron's ever said on the podcast.
Oh Jesus!
Lies, dude.
I think Aaron just released this new line for carbon-free shrimp. Boba shrimps.
All the shrimp people really surprised.
If I could have stolen
The shrimp looks surprised.
if I could have stolen one line from Aaron, the shrimp come out with a little shrimp.
You can see the fear in their eyes, in their beady little eyes.
You unfreeze them and they're like, I can't see, pal. And you're like, oh no, they're blind.
Who's eating me? Somebody who loves you.
I know that laugh.
Princess Leia called back. I see you.
Oh shit!
Oh my god, dude, Aaron, that was good, man. That was really good.
I remember
landed
during the podcast.
They land in the hangar, immediately come out guns blazing. No sneaking around here. They're just gonna light up the place.
Yeah, no sort of like no. Yeah, I was like, oh, they're gonna like kind of be a little chill. No chill at all. They just start shooting. So anyway, I just started blasting them, and I was like, did Frank Reynolds write this episode? So I was waiting to see Danny DeVito's name in the credits. So I was like,
all right. So where are my notes?
just started blasting.
So because they just start blasting, the Dark Troopers are like, well, guess we gotta activate here. So 3-minute timer starts immediately. So
Do the dubstep.
Kara and Fennec.
Yeah, thank God it wasn't Brian doing the speed run because there's no way he would have made it there in time.
Oh no, absolutely. 3 minutes,
But like
not a chance.
8 minutes, good enough. I can do it in 8. Like, dude, no.
So
It's like the Pokemon Go one where it took him, where he's like, I'm going to do this in record time, 50 minutes
Pokemon
later.
Snap.
It's like, I got to leave in 30, and it's like 50 minutes later.
Oh my God.
I like how Marty
Yeah, check out that
watched
video.
the episode and he's like, oh, he's pretty close to the world record, but then like he notices the clock. It's like, oh no, this is edited.
Never mind. Yeah.
You're like,
Because I
oh,
heard Aaron talk about it at the beginning. I'm looking at the time. I'm like, oh, you know, he probably hit this. And I'm like, oh, yep, definitely edited.
oh no, he did edits. It's been fucking a half hour already.
Go to our YouTube to check out that speed run if you're still here after 22 minutes,
I
Craig.
think it's a good time.
That may be one of our worst. That may be one of our worst non-Star Wars things we've done. So that's
I
maybe
think
don't
it was
check that out
amazing.
first. Maybe check out some SpongeBalls.
Fine.
So
SpongeBalls first, then check that out. Check that out when you're a big fan.
once you're a fan, check out our other content. So Cara Dune, Bo-Katan,
and then do the tongue slide.
Koska, Fennec, they all start blasting. Din sneaks off on his own to go find Grogu. And then we see the chamber where all the Dark Troopers are held, and I think, holy shit, that's a lot more than I thought. I thought there was like 8 or 12.
All right, everybody, tell me how many you thought there were. 8 or 12.
20.
I thought there were 4. I was like, oh, there's only the 4 that came down. I was like, that's not good. I'm like, that won't be difficult.
For the Biscuit thinks there's 11 and a half.
Think about it from a stormtrooper perspective. If you send down those 20 Dark Troopers, they will wipe everyone out. Stormtroopers go back home to their families at the end.
Right?
I would be so pissed at Moff Gideon. Just be like, what are we doing here?
So
What are
you
we
send
putting
down
out?
all these stormtroopers to die, and then you only
It's like
send
Adam
4 of the
Gates
Dark
is playing
Troopers.
Admiral for the freaking. It's Moff Gates. It's just sending out the.
Oh, he's Adam
guys.
Gates of Moffs.
Dude, it's Adam Gates runs the team. Dude, if you're hanging out, you're like, maybe Carson Wentz has got it, but Jalen Hurts definitely is the guy on the bench. Why spend 13 weeks using Carson Wentz when you could just start winning games with Jalen Hurts? Like, They're like, all right, we're gonna send out the guys to get killed first. Then, if the robots get killed, we'll be a lot sadder because money. So those stormtroopers, they get killed. We don't have to pay them.
Yeah.
They signed this weird. The Empire dissolved, so there's
definitely a money play. They were
pensions gone.
Yeah, no
There's
life
more
insurance
pension
because
for being
the
a
Empire's.
stormtrooper.
Yeah, pensions. All the pensions and life insurance information was on the second Death Star, so that shit's gone. So those guys are not getting any fucking pensions, no life insurance. Their family's like, sorry, your husband just got killed trying to steal some little green fucking baby. Sorry, guys.
I hope I have to read some comic where the rebels like blow up their pension system to try to force stormtroopers into leaving. Oh Jesus!
Defund the stormtroopers.
God damn, let me
That
tell
might
you
be the
about
title of the
inflation
episode.
during the times of the rebels.
Oh man! But we got to be smart and make the right wing think that we don't hate them, so we can get their YouTube subs. All right.
We love them. Defund
So,
stormtroopers.
anyway.
Go, everybody.
Din nearly stops all the dark troopers when he runs by them, and they're trying to leave the little weird room that has the air chamber that they can all fly out of for some reason.
I have two problems with that. First off, the dark troopers have literally no hustle at all. Like, build robots with some sort of hustle. No hustle at all.
Yeah.
No heart.
And then also, it's like, all right, we're gonna put like our most expensive thing right next to the garbage chute. Like, if it gets knocked into the trash, I guess that's it. Like, come on, man, put that shit like in a place that makes sense. You can design the ship however you want. You don't need to put the chamber where it's
the
like
Empire head architecture is our head architect. It's awful. He's awful, and it's like let me show you.
It's always been a nightmare.
Somebody interviews, they give a perfect design. I'm like, nope, this is too perfect. We need one tiny flaw, and if you put one tiny flaw in your design, you're hired.
Yeah, that's what the Empire's looking for.
Fucking assholes.
They're like not hiring the good person because they're like, I don't think you'd fit the team. You don't seem to hate rebels enough.
We don't want to pay these dark troopers Social Security.
There's like some highly qualified candidate they're interviewing. Oh man! So
yeah, they're like,
the one that gets through starts trying to beat Din's skull in, which I thought was kind of fun to watch. But his Beskar steel helmet wasn't gonna cave in. Gets his spear out and stabs him through the neck and beats him. This whole time I'm like, do these things only melee? Do they not have guns? They're just fists.
Well, all right. So, like, they punch through that shit, right? And he's literally punching him in the head. He definitely has a concussion.
Oh, 100%.
There's no way. Dude, I've seen football plays and guys in helmets that are not made out of Beskar that get hit half as hard. And the whole point, dude, those guys could punch through blast shields and fucking... and he punches him in the face like 8 times because he's a another terrible hero, which is perfect because that's how I would be. I'd be like, oh shit, I didn't shut the door in time. And then come out, then I'd be like, Dark Trooper, let me just, oh fuck, all right, I got this fucking clipboard. And it'd be like, no, dude, and it'd kick my ass. So I get it, but he's concussed. He is hands down concussed right now. He's fucked up.
So yeah, he beats his one dark trooper, sends the rest into space, and at the time I think this is kind of lame. I guess that's the end of them. But wait, we saw them with jetpacks. Maybe they'll be back. But at the time, I thought that was
liked. Yeah, it definitely got me. I was like, well, beat all the dark troopers in one easy move. This is gonna be good. And I was like, that's what you get for designing a ship like a moron. Like, why is there a way that I can dump out your most prized warrior into the absence of space?
That's how the
by just
Empire
being
does
like
things.
beep boop beep, and they're gone. I'm like, what? Bad design. poorly
we get
designed.
to check in on Fennec. I'm gonna say Fennec and the gang because she's the least important, I think. And it's fun to lead with her.
I still don't remember.
Can we all get matching? Can we all get matching Fennec and the gang tattoos?
I would love that. She's gonna be in Bad Batch, the Clone Wars spinoff, and obviously she's gonna continue, but we'll get there.
Yeah, same for the
Right, we still have to continue our discussion last week for upcoming Disney.
Oh, that reminds me.
Yeah.
I've got a question for
keep
you
on
later.
top
I'm
of
gonna
our
write
shit.
it down. I gotta write it down.
Oh shit!
All right.
New podcast.
New podcast idea. No Star Wars.
Yeah. New podcast idea. Cannonballs, just without the Star Wars.
So this series has made me obsessed with fake Star Wars swears because I wrote down in the elevator, Cara Dune says, "Son of a mud scuffer."
Yeah, you're like,
Yeah, I like that too.
Din keeps saying Dank Ferrick, and there's Nerf Herder from the
I'm gonna start
original
using
Star
that.
Wars.
yeah, seriously.
I'm gonna start using that in my normal life. I'm gonna be
Mud
like,
scuffer?
fucking son of a mud scuffer.
It sounds like a slur. It sounds bad.
Yeah, someone's gonna write you up.
It
at
sounds
work.
like a racial slur.
You're
Yeah,
gonna
I'm
have to
gonna
go
get
to
in trouble.
HR if
I
you
might-
say
dude,
mud
I say
scuffer
it.
at work.
I say a lot of fucked up shit at work, and that might get me the most in trouble.
Mud scuffer.
Yeah, that I think that's gonna be the most problematic about all the fucked up shit that I say at work now.
I know you.
So.
Yeah, you told people
Great.
that you work with about
Fantastic.
this podcast. So
Hey, that's true. That was your first mistake.
yeah, exactly.
So Din makes
Yeah,
his
well-
way to
I hope they like it.
Din make. Oh, that actually, I want to bring this up. Thank you for the biscuit. So he says Mud Scuffer sounds like something Twitch would ban you for without knowing it's made up. There are 3 words that Twitch banned recently, and I think it's just in chats, but
It is in chat. Yeah.
it's just in chat. So in chat, you can no longer call someone a simp, a virgin, or an incel. Those are the 3 banned words in Twitch chats.
What if- Yeah, but what if I'm doing like a Virgin's podcast?
Yeah, what if I'm
Hello,
watching
fellow
Jane the Virgin? It's Jane the Virgin podcast.
Yeah.
Jane the Virgin.
It's
Virgin
called
balls.
40-year-old
Sons.
40-year-old Virgin's podcast where we discuss how great Michael Scott is from The Office. It's a
Shut your
crossover.
shit down.
plays both
You would shut it
characters.
down for sure.
Aaron, I have to approve your chat here. You just
Oh.
typed in. Aaron tried it out. Well, he tried out a different
Yeah.
word.
Well, I was like, what if they're a cunt?
I'm just gonna leave it unread. I'm not gonna allow words to die.
Now, what if they're a cunt? Yo, you can't say that.
I'll allow it.
Oh my god.
I have the power.
Classic Brian.
Oh man. Anyway, so
Mod.
Din finds Gideon with the Darksaber and Grogu. Moff Gideon just says, "Hey, assume I know everything. I know Fennec and the gang are up there looking for me." See, not Bo-Katan, because that's what we're doing now. It's Fennec and the gang.
He was like, "Yo, Fennec and the gang are chilling up there. You want the baby? Take him. We're cool."
I just
He's like,
imagine
"I'll
them like
let you
chasing
have
for
your
the
baby. I got what I need."
I just imagine
I'll give you the
them-
baby for $1 million.
Tuco Salamanca's in the corner ringing the bell.
I'm assuming that's a baseball reference for our audience.
No, it's Breaking Bad.
Oh, I haven't
Oh,
gotten
he
there
said
yet.
Hector Salamanca. Yeah.
Hector
Yeah,
Salamanca
and then he blows
sounds
up
like a
'cause he's in the
reliever
wheelchair.
for like the Angels.
Wait, is Tuco the son or is it Hector? Hector's the father?
And warming up in the bullpen,
Whoever the
Hector
one-
Salamanca,
No.
the lefty.
Hector Salamanca is Hector Salamanca is the submarine pitcher from Detroit, right? That's what you're talking
That
about.
was Hector Saltalamacchia.
He pitched with. No, that's a catcher. Hector Salamanca played at the same time that Joel Zumaya was pitching.
Oh, thank you.
Thank you for playing that up.
Maya in this podcast right now. Wes. Brian's gonna be so mad.
Yeah, dude. Brian, hashtag Joel Zumaya. I'm sure we'll get a lot more followers. He's just at home playing Guitar Hero all day. He's fine.
For all our fans who are into the 2010 Detroit Tigers.
Yeah,
For everybody who likes guys who got injured playing Guitar Hero.
I just want to give you guys an update, a live update on Twitch. We lost 2 viewers after that rant.
Yeah, that sounds about right.
So,
Brian signed off.
You know what? Let me just allow this.
Off-color baseball references aren't working. You might as well.
Oh man, I just permitted a term. That's fun. Anyway. Welcome to Cannonballs, where you're not allowed to say cunts in the chat. Because Aaron likes to test the rules.
Can you not just say that?
I had to approve it.
Cunt balls?
No, I don't think that should be the name of our podcast.
Welcome to Cunt Balls, where...
All right, it makes me have to allow it every time, Aaron.
Oh my god.
Oh, you do?
Yeah, stop. Aaron's on fire tonight, boys. Like, he's having a great finale.
Anyway.
I'm buckling down for the next hour.
So,
it's probably all that gin that you're drinking.
Gideon,
is that it?
Gideon has a proposal for Din. If he just leaves the ship without killing him, he could have Grogu. He's already got the blood.
Just leave me alone, bro.
Hey, it's just, we go our separate ways. Everyone lives happily ever after. So Din takes this
give me the baby, leave me alone.
And Din's only power is that he's coated in Beskar. That's he's not great at fighting. He's not much of a badass, but he is covered in Beskar. So the Darksaber does not kill him when Gideon tries.
Why are we just learning about Beskar now? Like, if Beskar is this badass of a material, why was it not in any 9 movies? We had 9 movies.
That's a great point.
What the hell?
I mean, well, you have... Yeah, I agree. Like, you have...
So it's native to
Boba Fett, you have Jango Fett, who...
yeah, that's what it sounds like. Honestly, I don't recall Beskar too much from... I don't know if it was in the cartoons. It could have been, and I could have overlooked it, but no, I wasn't aware of Beskar until this series.
You have people that wear it in the actual movies, but it never gets utilized. Like, they never just get shot up, and you're like, what? How do you survive that? It's like, hey, I'm Jango Fett, and then he just gets his head chopped off, and I'm like, well, no amount of Beskar can save you from
Beskar around the jacket.
He gets stabbed.
I was like, dude, you should have had that. I'm like, you should have had that Beskar gold chain clock where you could be like, yeah, boy. I was like, I'm waiting for that. You didn't use your Beskar right, dude. Where are your Beskar grills, bro? But yeah, they definitely. I feel like they definitely dropped the ball. I mean, it's such a discrepancy from like the movies to now, where it's like only like lightsaber on lightsaber is like it, like that's like the big thing, and then it's like but also Beskar. You could be
it's like our third or fourth episode where we did Master and Apprentice, the book, and there was that Kohler crystal, which was like anti-lightsaber crystal, anti-kyber. It's like, why does that?
Yeah, it's like that's lightsaber
again,
but not really. Yeah, there's so many things that don't really get brought up into the movies that definitely would have made the movies better.
Yeah. But we'll get there.
I mean, at least like the last 6.
Like Ryan.
So, Moff Gideon and Din have their fight. We get our spear on Darksaber action, which I think we all kind of saw coming. I thought the fight was a bit underwhelming. I mean, Gideon's older. I guess.
Anybody else think that the Beskar would go like that? With the heat being applied to it.
Sorry.
Yeah,
it's
I
Beskar.
like. Also, you just said I mean, you're kind of like, all right. So in this podcast, you're cutting out a little bit on me. So I heard that the fight was a bit whelming, which I assume was underwhelming. Like nobody was, but I just heard whelming, and I was like, I'm gonna assume you meant underwhelming because I was underwhelmed as well by this fight.
Okay,
So,
good.
Yeah, I'm gonna go
give you a
off
thumbs up.
No. He was whelmed.
I was like, I'm pretty whelmed by this fight.
It's like
yeah, it looked like in some parts
where Junie's like, I'm being where? Like for beware.
I remember that.
Thank you, Aaron. Spy Kids 2. The
Yeah,
best
okay.
of the Spy Kids.
Oh, no, I was
It's
I was
the
cheering
worst
you.
of the Spy
fucking
Kids.
guys. Yeah, the fight wasn't that like all right, so what do you think was the purpose? Because if he actually, do you think he actually already had what he needed? Because if that's the case, I'd be like, just take the fucking child and leave.
I don't think Moff Gideon
like-
anticipated having to actually fight him. I think for some reason he did not know that he wasn't gonna slice it in half. And he was like, "Oh,
So you
shit,
think
I'm
that
actually
he was
gonna
like
have to fight him."
he's like, here's the upper hand, bitch, and he just blocked it with his Beskar armor and was like, oh fuck, that guy probably is wearing
Yeah,
Beskar.
I feel like that was a,
everything if this happens.
Assume I know everything except how Beskar works.
Yeah, except I don't watch the Cannonballs podcast, so I'm not certain how Beskar works. That's Moff Gideon's problem. Do you want to end up enslaved to Cara Dune, who is pretty much a Trump racist, or do you want to watch the Cannonballs podcast? Tune in next week
To find out.
if you
All
don't
right,
want to
anyone
be
got a
that
sign
bell.
off?
Yeah.
2
Moff
weeks
Gideon's like,
special.
Yeah,
oh,
I can use that later.
Beskar.
He's like, oh, Beskar.
My rally said in Tatooine, no one was like in Beskar, so I was able to, get my votes.
So
Beskar for you, Beskar
Din
for me.
beats him, knocks the Darksaber away from him, and takes him up to the bridge where he sees Bo-Katan, and he spares him, which I found strange. Like I literally thought he was going to off him right there.
Yeah, because it's interesting.
Why not? Like
He's too
You
dangerous.
think
to be left
Din was
alive.
going to off him right there?
I did.
he's gonna make him jump off the bridge.
No, because him and right wing Cara Dune are super buddies. So she was like, I want to bring him in
Right.
alive, and Din was like, you got it, dude. That's the only. If she was like, yeah, let's kick his ass and kill him, he would have been like, hey, I brought you this guy. Check this out.
He's
Whack.
a simp for Cara
And they're
Dune.
like, oh no, decapitated. Yeah, no, you can't do that.
Oh shit, you're right.
Yeah.
God forbid
Leonardo
we get
I can say that,
banned
though.
on
You've allowed
Twitch.
Yeah, no. So I wasn't surprised he didn't kill him. Again, another part of this was when he hid the little blaster under his robes. I was like, oh, he's gonna kill somebody because you guys really built this shit up with like, I didn't expect that. I was like, oh my god, here comes the murder.
All right. Well, so
Fucking
he spares Moff Gideon. We get up to the bridge, and now here's where we're gonna need to lean on Marty for some discussion about Mandalorian tradition, because I watched it and I was like, oh, I guess that's the thing. And then I heard some. We'll just get into it. So we get.
I didn't like it at all. So go ahead.
We
Marty.
get up to the
Give us a
bridge,
shot.
and the Darksaber must be won in battle to have the throne of Mandalore. Marty.
Yeah, that was an interesting one, and I did like throw out some text and look up some shit because in Clone Wars there was a battle for the Darksaber between Vizsla, the guy who originally ran his family, and Darth Maul. Darth Maul beats him in combat, gets Darksaber, rules Mandalore. Boom. Then he ends up losing it. We don't know how exactly. In Rebels, like
Sabine
one of the
has
characters finds it, and Sabine finds it and then gives it to Bo-Katan. And Bo-Katan's like, no, I don't want it. And she's like, no, I found it, and I was meant to give it to the rightful ruler of Mandalore because it's not me. And then Bo-Katan eventually accepts it, raises her arm, and all the clans bow down to her. I thought that was weird, but I did understand the point that Sabine didn't technically win a fight, so she's technically not the rule. She does. It's technically not. That's what I understood, because this is all Filoni. If Filoni made Clone Wars, Mandalorian, and Rebels,
he's
not going to be an
canon.
idiot and go against this. Yeah,
Filoni's
this is
Lucas
his story.
Jr.,
He's not
let's
going
be
to fuck
honest.
this up. Yeah,
This is Filoni's
exactly. So
universe now.
he knows what he's doing. My guess is that Sabine found this Darksaber, therefore she can give it away, and it doesn't have to be won in combat.
So I found mostly hate that they felt this was a new rule that it had to be won in combat. But my favorite theory, just because it tied things up nicely, is Bo-Katan basically she wasn't able to fully unite all the clans and factions of Mandalore because she didn't win it in combat. But I don't know how you feel about that, Marty. Is that
like I mean, what right now or like after when she originally? Oh yeah, that's you mean that's how she lost it, was because she couldn't unite everyone?
Oh, I don't know how
she didn't
lost
get it.
Mm-hmm. One of my questions is, did Gideon defeat someone in battle to get it?
That supposedly would be it. The last person who had it was Bo-Katan, so the whole reason that we see Moff Gideon with it, everyone's like, whoa, where the hell did this come from? Because last we knew Bo-Katan had it. So whatever happened in between, nobody knows. Assuming,
I feel like it's implied Gideon may have won it because he's just like,
it's implied. Yeah.
You have to win it in battle.
Yeah, it's implied that he won it. Yeah. I was surprised how much they stressed it, though, because like we said, Sabine gave Bo-Katan the Darksaber, and Filoni knows very well that he wrote that scene, so...
Wes, you look skeptical. What's going on in your head? This is our show for casual Star Wars fans. What's going on in your head? You look skeptical.
Which one of us? Me?
Either one. Wes, Aaron. I said Wes.
I'm not skeptical.
Aaron looks sad.
I was letting Marty do his
Wes
thing.
made this face.
Yeah.
Jim Carrey in the
yeah. Guys, it's almost Christmas.
Yeah, guys.
Are you guys ready for Christmas?
Yeah. Unless we're on Twitch, don't lean so close.
It's time for Christmas. No?
There will be no sad faces on Christmas.
All I know is there'll be no sad faces on Christmas. Time for fudge dudge, and then he eats all the food. And I think we talked about this on Wednesday. I'm pretty sure we talked about this before.
Yeah,
Jesus Christ,
it's
like the same conversation.
I edit the dumb shit out, so that won't be in there.
Thank you, Brian.
Yo, fuck you, dude. You're an asshole. Dude, if I would just be like, yo, thumb war, let's go. And like Bo-Katan beats me in a thumb war, I'm like, you win it in battle, bitch. Like the whole thing.
What if she did the little
storyline?
Where
it's
she
for a
grabs it with her
story.
pointer finger? Would you count the thumb war?
No, that's cheating.
One more time.
I called it serpentine. You wrap up the thumb.
Brian is so
you can't as an older brother.
No, you can't. You can't do that.
I don't know if Marty has younger siblings.
Right now, Brian is teaching how to figure it.
No, yeah, you can't do that. What you can do, all right. The only thing you can do in a thumb war
you guys
is you have a
need
thumb here,
more
and you can like
totalitarian rule on your younger siblings.
You can throw hooks if you want to throw like right hooks at the thumb, but you can't wrap it up. You can throw right hooks.
You can bat it around.
Yeah, you can throw hooks. You gotta wear it down, bro. You gotta wear it down. You can wear it down all you want, but you can't wrap it up.
Hey, Wes, what are you drinking there, pal? we have a question in the chat. What are you drinking?
Yeah, For the Biscuit wants to know
me.
What are you drinking? I have a feeling For the Biscuit might be one of your friends.
It is. This is Espelon. This is Nima's drink. This is Nima's tequila mixed with a little bit of this ginger ale and some ice and limes, bro. Oh man, that's cool, man. That
A little bit of Canada, a little bit of Mexico, a little bit of America.
A little bit of Canada. Dude, you know what it is? I'm trying to stay away from America. So I'm like, let's go up to Canada, let's go down to Mexico, let's fucking party, boys.
West Coast Cuban cigar.
Endorse this podcast.
Yeah, he does not.
Yummers. Yummers, boys.
All right, so
I wanted some more. Just some more. Just some more for it.
So Bo-Katan gives Din a look like, yep, I gotta win that in battle. Sorry, bud. But then the Dark Troopers are back, so they gotta deal with that. They seal the blast doors, as one does.
We don't have time for that.
I still have the question, do they not have guns, just fists? Because they just start, like, punching the door.
No,
They're just punching. That was so unnecessary.
All right, so I got two things. Number one, they definitely take guns out, and also, why have blast doors if things can just beat through it? Like, how many times have we seen blast doors just, they're like, close the blast doors, and Qui-Gon Jinn's like, all right, go fuck yourself. Blast doors, they won't be able to just punch through this shit, and they're like, oh.
Yeah, funny bring up Qui-Gon. What do you think a Dark Trooper could get through those red, like, infrared barriers?
Oh, that's a good question.
Darth Trooper shows up and just fucks up Darth Maul. Darth Maul's like, you can't get me. Darth Trooper's like,
punches
you know what the issue would be?
Maul's face.
No. The issue with the Darth Trooper would be when he would move with absolutely
face now, not just spider legs.
He would just
the spider face.
The Dark Trooper would move with absolutely no urgency, so Darth Maul would be like, "Oh shit, you made it through," and just cut him in half. If the Dark Trooper had like any sense of urgency, sure, but he would just walk slowly through it, and you'd be like, "Oh," Darth Maul would be like, "I'm just gonna cut that asshole in half." Fuck that asshole.
Going right for that asshole.
So
yeah, kill that asshole. Fuck that asshole.
That's the motto of Cannonballs. Go right for that asshole. So,
you know what we say on Cannonballs?
Go right for that asshole.
Straight for the asshole, boys.
So Gideon is he's getting off to this. All right. So he's like, hey, you know the only situation here is...
I'm pretty sure he ruined his space pants. His space pants were destroyed at the end of this. They were like, what happened to his pants?
His space pants.
So he's like, the only scenario is me and the child get out alive. He made a weird face, and I might put it in the thumbnail.
Yeah, he was like, good luck with the Dark Troopers. Let's see what happens. I was like, did he just come in the middle of that? I'm like, okay. I guess that's fair.
That's
so
the best of us.
They seem to be accepting that they may die. And then one lone X-Wing shows up. So I want to hear you guys' thoughts. Did you immediately realize what was going on? I did not. I thought it was going to be something ad for Rangers of the New Republic. I thought it was going to be the two guys. Like, oh,
no, that's how I raised my hand.
You spared our friends? Go West. Go West. What did you think?
I come in peace. I don't think that's what
no. So when they were all when they were all standing in that room, I was like, oh my god, this is Lord of the Rings. The first one when the troll's gonna come in and they're standing on the grave. And I was like, oh my god, this is Lord of the Rings. This is the exact same scene.
They're in the X-Wing.
I was like, is it Gandalf the White? Is he showing up? So that really threw me off. That absolutely threw me off. Because I thought Gandalf the White was going to show up and be like, you shall not pass. And I was like, here it comes. I did not expect that. I thought it was like, oh, the New Republic is here. Let's see what happens.
Yeah. So we started there. Aaron, did you also think they were going to do some New Republic bullshit?
Well, I didn't necessarily think that right off the bat, but it was definitely something where I'm like, I certainly wasn't expecting what happened, and so it was one of those things.
Any Jedi, I was like, Ahsoka Tano showing up.
I want to talk through it.
Yeah, it's like Ezra Bridger got a fucking X-wing or something. Like,
I want to feel out when we figured out who it was. So they were like, "Oh, okay. One lone X-wing," and I was like, "Oh." So my thought was immediately we were going to see the hyperspace jump through and be like, "The New Republic's here." That's what I thought was going to happen.
When the X-wing docked, I was like, that's probably not the New Republic. Yeah. And then I was like, Ahsoka Tano, that's got to be it.
I think when they came to Grogu, that was the thing. And I was like, all right, something. But obviously, it's still thinking whatever it was.
So my thought, because of our social media presence, was it'd be hilarious if this is Mace Windu because of the outlandish theory I pitched.
That would be amazing.
That was my thought. I was like, please show me Sam Jackson. So we got a hooded
Sam Jackson.
We got a hooded character, and he didn't have the posture of Sam Jackson. I feel like Sam Jackson's almost never worn a hood.
Yeah, he seemed too white.
Mace Windu. He seemed kind of white.
Mace Windu's worn a hood. I feel like he's worn a hood in secret.
Yeah, no, he sneaks into Geonosis with the hood. You're right.
Jesus Christ.
Is Anakin ready? No, he's not ready. Well, you think he'll be mad at it? No, he'll be fine. Let him suck it up. Let him go play with the younglings.
Anakin's a little bitch. Anakin's like the guy that's like, yeah, it's you, fucking 30-year-old Morty. And he's like, I kept failing. Anakin was going to be that guy. That was going to be like a 30-year-old in 5th grade where all the other kids are like doing stuff. And he's like, I still got anger, teacher. I'm still mad. You should be like, all right, Anakin, calm down. Everything's okay. Well, kids, what are we doing when somebody has anger? And the kids are like, don't have anger. And he's like, I'm Anakin. I'm mad. They'd be like, all right, bro, calm down. You're like 35. Dude, chill.
So
that's who Anakin was going to be.
The Jedi gets off the X-Wing. And I have an inkling it's Luke, but still I'm like, that was kind of like a fan theory. Sebastian Stan, like they're not going to do it.
Yeah.
But I see the green lightsaber, and I'm like,
I saw green lightsaber. I was like, and then when the glove is what got me.
The glove
hand. I was like, oh.
I saw the green lightsaber, and I'm like, oh, okay. I get what's happening.
Yeah,
I thought maybe he pulls an Ezra Bridger thing, but Ezra has this crazy like lightsaber that functions also as a gun, so it didn't look like it.
We're going to talk about Ezra.
Yeah, I thought the same thing, Marty. I thought the same thing, Marty. I was like, oh, this might be like some new school shit.
Let's talk about it now. It's not Ezra, but because Thrawn is gonna be in this. We know Thrawn's going to be in the Disney Plus TV series, whatever that is. They may Avengers it and have some culmination. Ezra, Rahul Kohli. Do you know who that is, Marty?
No. Like the actor? There's an actor?
Rahul Kohli.
Say broccoli?
No, Rahul Kohli. Rahul.
Broccoli.
He is the vegetable. He's in one of the, what is it? The Haunting of...
It's Bly Manor.
Bly Manor. Not Hill House, Bly Manor.
Wait,
tell me more about him, though, because I've watched a little bit of it sometimes with Steph, my mom.
I know him from, like, weird video game content, but he plays a character in iZombie that people like, and people
he's supposedly Ezra Bridger.
I think people did not like Bly Manor as a whole, but people liked Rahul Kohli. Is that right, Aaron? Am I reading the...
Oh, what character does he play?
He's the...
I haven't watched Bly Manor. I only know him from weird video game YouTube content. Is
that where you know Ezra Bridger?
Oh, interesting.
What's his ethnicity?
Indian.
He's Indian. He's born in England.
Yeah, the cook guy from Bly Manor. Yeah, I like him.
Yeah.
All
He's
right.
the only part of Blind Manor I liked.
Thanks, Wes.
I like the Indian cook guy. I was like, I'm like in the middle of finals and Steph's like, I'm just gonna watch Blind Manor, and I'm like typing a paper, and I'm like, Indian cook guy seems pretty cool. And that was like pretty much my entire take.
You're like,
Fireworks.
Mom, why can't you cook like Indian cook guy?
Yeah, I was like, Steph, why don't you ever make me Indian food, Mom? God damn it.
Yeah, your curry just doesn't match up.
So I like Rahul a lot. Big Liverpool fan.
Yeah, Rahul's good. Is he like actually being considered? Like, is he supposedly playing Ezra in like the actual shows, or is that because I know that was like a fan thing that like fan art has been put with him as Ezra,
thing, but like I feel like Disney or Filoni, Favreau are like, we're gonna keep our ear to the ground. Who do people want? Like Rahul Kohli, I think would do it for free because he's such a huge Star Wars fan.
Yeah, I would say he's like a giant Star Wars fan, which I think is again part of the reason.
Here's my problem with it. Rosario Dawson, Ahsoka's older than Ezra by a pretty decent amount. We're at the point in Rebels, like Ezra's a teen, Ahsoka's an adult. Like Rosario Dawson and Rahul Kohli are like probably the same age. Rahul might be older. So
I feel like you could write that up with alien aging though. Like Grogu's 50.
He could shave it, and he could shave his beard, bro. You'd be okay.
Yeah, I was gonna say, well, yeah, he could like dye his hair and give him some makeup and whatever bullshit, and they might be able to figure it out.
I think you could probably make it close enough.
I'd be curious on the timeline of it, but
yeah, honestly, it's.
Actually, that reminds me. What did you guys think of the effect? So obviously, it ended up being
the Luke Skywalker effect.
Pretty amazing.
Well, I want to talk about my emotional response, though.
Oh, okay. How you did a backflip?
So I realize it's Luke, and I get like giddy, where I'm like, like I almost got teary. I'm gonna be honest. I was excited.
Brian came in his pants.
Yeah,
he sent me the pants. Every time Brian comes in his pants, I tell him, I say, "Oh, vinegar strokes."
Let's say, yeah, that's the lead.
Brian's pants, forever and clean. Yeah, I was. I every time that Brian comes in his pants, I tell him to send them to me. So he definitely came in his pants. He got pants in the mail.
So this is what we get a little Luke badassery in Return of the Jedi. Obviously, he doesn't, defeat Darth Vader because he keeps stopping because he senses good. He kind of gets through Jabba's palace, but this is the first we see Luke fucking some dudes up. He's a powerful Force user. Someone cut on YouTube the Rogue One scene where Vader is in the hallway fucking dudes up right up to A New Hope. It is almost frame for frame the exact fight. Like literally.
Giving YouTube the credit? I sent you that on TikTok.
Someone told me about it before you sent it to me, Marty.
Also, dude, like sources, bro. Sources are a big part of it. Cite your sources, buddy. But I like that, man. I like
no one's
that.
gotten this far.
Marty does the most work on this podcast, and we fucking slag him all the time.
We will see when you have to read novels.
To me, but I don't know who.
When
Marty's like, "Hey, it was me. I watched that." You're like, "Yeah." Not you, Marty.
I said Brian like 30 Star Wars ones a day. I'll send you guys like one or two so you guys don't hate me.
Don't send me, dude.
Marty, he's dating my best friend so I can get away with it.
Marty, I'm gonna tell you right now, Marty, send me no Star Wars things. Just send me like a couple baseball things a week like I do to you. We'll be good, bro. We're good, man.
You expected Kosuke Fukudome.
Oh, man, I'm dying for it, bud. I'm dying.
Dying for a Kosuke.
All right, so Aaron, to our CG Luke. Honestly, I have the worst eyesight. Wes is a close second of the group.
Yeah, buddy. Blind as shit, pal.
I was like,
who is
what
that?
does Sebastian Stan look like? Like, I had to look up whether that was CG. Because I cannot see things.
No CGI used at all.
Genuinely, I cannot see things. I was like, I think that may have been
That's
CG, but what does Sebastian Stan's face look like for real?
So I
And like, oh
do
shit,
think
it looks like that robot.
it was better than Moff Tarkin. I think the Moff Tarkin one I remember looking like it
They're
looked
getting
good,
better
but it
at
was
it.
a little like CG.
I could tell that one.
But this
I knew
like
that one.
it was definitely, you could tell they were like hiding him talking. Like he was a little like his jaw was wired and like he would move his lips like a little bit, but like he kind of wouldn't. Like if you go back and watch those scenes, it was definitely like he had like a little bit of emotion on his face, but it was not like this dramatic like thing because they were working with, 65-year-old Mark Hamill and then doing, special effects. They were the Irishman
I'm just
on his face.
Yeah, I'm just nice. I'm just mad that they didn't shoot it when Mark Hamill was young. They should have shot the scene earlier. Like,
I don't
why do
know.
they
They
wait?
should have made a time machine. Gone back.
Didn't they know about this scene?
Or they
coming
should
up?
have done it with current Mark Hamill. He's just fat.
That'd be awesome. They're like, oh, it's terrible.
It's Luke.
He
5
looks
years
like
after
shit.
Return of the Jedi. He's like, ugh.
He's like barely in makeup.
Sorry,
Well,
Mark
at the
Hamill. I know
same
you're a
time-
friend of the
Yeah,
podcast.
I mean-
We love you.
This CGI Mark Hamill did more than anything from the sequel trilogy.
Yeah.
Oh, dude. No, so like I was like, all right, so my dad's never seen any of this, and he was like, oh, do you like watch The Mandalorian? I was like, oh
Any of
yeah,
those?
I like
Do you mean
podcasts
any of
on
the
it.
Mandalorian? I have questions.
I'm like, yeah. I'm like, check out Cannonball's podcast. High five.
You didn't? No. I have questions. You said he hasn't seen any of this. What's that mean? Any of the Mandalorian?
He doesn't
Any
know
of
what?
Star
He
Wars?
doesn't know who Star Wars is.
No, my father hasn't seen any of the Mandalorian, like any
Okay.
of the Mandalorian TV show.
But
But he was
Like
like, do you watch any of it?
He hates Pedro
My father
Pascal.
before me. Yeah, he was like fucking Pedro Pascal. I really wanted to send you guys a thing where Pedro Pascal gets his eyes blown out of his head because I hope he died, but he survived. So I was like, I can't send this to you. He's like, I was thinking, you were like, oh shit, spoilers. I'm like, this is when he dies. But then like his head gets blown up, and I was gonna be like, oh well, and send it to you guys. But he actually survived. But my dad was like, is it worth a watch? And I was like, I don't know where I'm going with this right now. But my whole thing was, I think it was on par with Rogue One. And I think, oh, you know what it was? Because we're talking about the 7, 8, 9. And this is way better than 7, 8, 9. Just like how I thought Rogue One was way better than 7, 8, 9.
yeah,
Yep.
for sure.
So I do think if we're comparing them, I think Vader's scene was better.
Yeah.
Ultimately,
I
like him kind of rolling through, like it's
Yeah, it probably was, but
it's very
So a
intimidating.
couple of things were like he maybe doesn't dodge a particular bullet. Like some of the force pushes were kind of weak, but it was still badass.
It seemed very strong, but it was definitely like Vader going down that hall.
it was
like,
good,
he's
man.
literally unstoppable. Like
Yeah, Vader going down the hallway is the best thing you'll see. I agree.
Yeah, I really Wes and I watched Rogue One in theaters, and we were fucking like, I went home
I think I
and
was
watched
with you
A New
guys.
Hope. Okay,
yeah.
I went home and watched A
that
New
we've
Hope.
watched A New Hope.
I was hyped. Have we? Wes, are you still having trouble hearing me?
No, Alex just commented on one of my Star Wars things, and it's like a huge thing because like he's a big Star Wars
I
guy.
know who Alex's Star Wars opinions do not matter. Well, this is going to be short.
No, but like I'd like him, but no,
Because
but like
he
I would
stood up
I
and
would like him
clapped
to enjoy.
after The Last Jedi and told us it was better than Empire.
Yeah, no,
so-
I still like him. Yeah, well, that's a lie. But I'd still like him to enjoy the podcast. So he was like,
Oh, yeah.
I wish I could have
Welcome,
seen
Alex.
you guys
I'm
do this
glad you
live. And
tuned
I'm like, bro, we're still on. So I was like, yeah. So I'm trying to get him on for the end of this. All right, so go ahead. Give me one more time. Give me the line one more time. Give me the line one more time.
Line. So if they had replaced, if they had, instead of having Hamill, if they had Sebastian Stan be Luke,
Do
quote
it
unquote,
instead of
but like
Hamill?
CG his face a little bit, so like it was very clearly Luke. You know what I mean? Do you think people would have bugged out, or do you think people would have been happy like that Luke was in it at all and be like, oh my god, Sebastian Stan, like so cool, you know?
Well, I think that you have time. So I think that the whole thing is like you've seen Luke at the end of 6.
Yeah,
We've
But
got
you
a
still have
24-year
time, 'cause, so,
gap,
like, you-
by the way, between Return of the
Yeah, he
Jedi
doesn't-
and
He doesn't. Yeah, exactly.
Force
He doesn't
Awakens.
have to
24
look
years.
like Luke so much. Like, you give me a little bit of it, I'm like, okay. Like, I don't need him to look exactly like Luke Skywalker. I need him to look close enough with less computer technology involved. I'm okay with that. I'm okay with what they did, and I think that it was fine. But
Yep.
I would have been a lot happier if it was like somebody that's a little bit older than Luke at the end of 6, but like maybe doesn't look as much like him. But like we knew it was
you're
Luke.
happy
Like
with
we
the
were watching it, and I'm
recast.
like,
that was one of the questions I want to ask. Can we recast Luke?
I'm happy with the recast.
So, dude, I
Absolutely.
genuinely,
At this point,
I
absolutely.
think after seeing,
works.
I think after seeing, the mocks up, like
Would have been fine.
He didn't
Sebastian
jump.
would have been fine.
He didn't jump into my head like if so you were like, oh, Aaron, pick actors to like recast Luke as. I would be like, oh yeah, clearly Sebastian Stan.
Obviously,
but, like,
Sebastian
seeing,
Stan.
Dude, but seeing the mock-ups that people did of it, like it's hard to be like, oh wow, he looks like shit. Like it actually looks great. Like you have to give them a lot of credit because he looks the part for sure. And I mean, he's talented. Like no doubt about it. Winter Soldier is one of the best Marvel movies.
Like, look at that. That's dumb.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, that's actually
pretty
a joke.
close.
That's good enough.
I
Good
also
enough.
Good enough.
I
It's
also
so close.
high level conspiracy theory that Disney throws out things into like 4chan and Reddit just to be like,
Just to like ice the waters. That it could absolutely be true. Their PR has their ear to the ground 100%.
yeah.
Yeah.
So I think that's a possibility. So we can recast Luke. How much Luke do you think we get from any Disney TV series? Zero Luke.
I hope not
West.
too much.
I don't want to say 0 because I am surprised they did it now. So I don't want to say 0.
I'm surprised they did it now too, but I think you get nothing for the rest. If they bring him back at all, I feel like it just taints the whole thing. Like, all right, how many Jedi have you ever heard of that it's like you leave your family and then a little bit while, like 5 months later, your family shows up with like a care packet? Like, dude, the only little bit that we saw of fucking Shmi Skywalker is she's dying in a hut, and Anakin's like, "I came here to save you." She's like, "Anakin, I'm fucked up. I'm dying, bro." And that's it. Like we don't get any of that shit. It's like if you go off to train as a Jedi, you do not go back and hang out with this one dude that took care of you for a season. So it's like,
I think
if you see any more of this shit.
He
So
could make a
that was my
cameo
other
in
question,
Ahsoka.
Grogu. So you answered that too. You don't think we see much more Grogu or no Grogu at all?
That's it for me,
So,
boy. That's
I have a question about Grogu.
Kylo Ren's gonna kill him.
That is
Yeah, well,
my
that's what I'm
other
saying.
question. Does Kylo Ren kill Grogu?
Yeah, is that the implication? I don't know. I think
Well,
that was something
Dennis
that,
Reynolds.
Like you guys said,
that a
Grogu
Dennis Reynolds
survived
reference?
one school shooter.
Jesus Christ, yeah.
Yeah.
I think
You're not wrong.
Yeah,
Jesus Christ.
I'm pretty sure Dan said something about seeing him again, right?
Well,
You know what I think it
yeah.
is? I think we're
He's like, we'll see.
well,
I'll see you again, buddy.
Didn't promise to see him again. I think the whole Grogu
But, like,
thing, it
he
comes
has
down.
no
I think we
idea
really
when
have
Luke's
to.
taking him. He's not like, oh, where can I send
No, I know.
letters?
Like they did, dude. They did it now. It's like, oh, you guys are gonna exchange phone numbers. You didn't do shit. I was like, how are you gonna find him, bro?
He was just like, are you a Jedi? Yep.
Didn't know it was the planet Luke's on, so the entire time Rey is looking for Luke. Didn't know it was the entire time. They're trying to find the R2 map.
In theory, wouldn't Cara Dune be like,
obviously,
you're Luke Skywalker?
I didn't know.
She should know him.
Maybe.
She should know him. Cara Dune should know him. But that's what maybe she was just dumb that
Playing it
time. It's
cool.
fine. Maybe she was like too focused on other shit.
been hitting
She was
her
like,
too
the
many times.
election's rigged, and like she was worried about other shit that was not like related to that. But
They're gonna do a Luke Skywalker.
That's a nice-
cartoon.
yeah, that's a nice cop out. But no, like you probably have to kill him off before like 7, 8, 9, because he doesn't show up for any point of it. So it's like, how does it make sense that Luke's like, I'll take care of him and save him, and it's gonna be cool?
Hear me out.
Yeah,
Or he just do you think that like he gives up?
Nope. Grogu is
tell me.
the Jedi for the Taika Waititi series.
That's not bad. Now, there's definitely
Aaron
Jedi
hates
alive.
it.
So,
Aaron's like, nope.
Aaron does not. I don't really like it either, but I'm like,
taste in my mouth.
like that's the only feasible part.
he still might be alive. In episode 9, they have a Force Ghost moment where like all the Force Ghosts are talking to Rey. They have Qui-Gon Jinn, they have Anakin, they have Obi-Wan, they have Ahsoka Tano,
they have
Grogu, and Grogu just in the background, like
it just says Grogu Goose.
You're like, who the fuck is that? They have like fucked up Yoda, and they're like, yeah, good enough.
But they had like one of the Jedi from Rebels, Kanan, but they don't have Ezra, which they assume that Ezra's still alive during all of this, but he's just not around. So there's a chance that there's still Jedi around. But I mean, if he's with Luke at the same time, probably Kyle is with Luke.
All right, so we think minimal to no Grogu and Luke continuing. Let's talk about the post-credit scene. So Boba shows up at Jabba's palace.
Fat Bib Fortuna.
Kills fat
Yo,
Bib
I loved
Fortuna.
it. I also love that everybody there has like little to no security. Like, yeah, I got like 2 pig guards. Let's see how this goes. And they both get killed, and he's like, "Oh fuck, my fucking pig guards are dead." Like, dude, you got like 2 pig guards. Like, you're like a mob boss.
No, when Jabba died, they really cut down in the pension fund, so there weren't enough guards.
Dude, they definitely lost. They lost the pension fund for all the bad guys in Star Wars because he's like, I'm Bib Fortuna. I took over, and I got like, what's my security? 1 pig guard, 2 pig guards. All right, guys. And they both get killed, and he's like, oh, shit, this is bad.
We still have the little eyeball
got,
cam
like,
that
2
shoots
pig
out of the
guards?
wall, and it's like, billy, 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 billy.
Didn't have the money. They had to outsource that shit to some guy that was in India, and he was like, go right ahead.
Fortuna's like,
Welcome in.
like, I shouldn't have eaten all the.
Moff Gideon, Moff Gideon was like, we're going to bring more jobs to Tatooine.
Keep Tatooine jobs
like,
on
hey,
Tatooine.
Cara Dune's like, 4 more years.
Oh man.
4 more years.
So we get
boys.
the little flash. The Book of Boba Fett coming December 2021. So competing theories. Is this an
that name just bad, or is it just me? That name is not good, right?
That name is not great.
Boba Fett. What the fuck does that even mean?
Here's the question. Is it an event series?
It's his manifesto.
Yeah, what?
Is it an event series or
Mandalorian was manifesto?
Mandalorian was chapters. Is the Book of Boba Fett the next section of the Mandalorian?
The next Mandalorian? See, now I thought that's what it was from the start because I saw that come up and I was like, oh, the next like Mandalorian is going to be on Boba Fett. But the stuff that I've read is like, oh, the next Mandalorian is going to still be about the Mandalorian. And I'm like,
so the only
I think it's better. I think it's better if they go off key.
So
I like to go off key.
I like the theory that what I like is Boba Fett is the next season of Mandalorian. Then we have the Book of Bo-Katan. But I think it's possible that the Book of Boba Fett is like a 2 or 3 episode lead up to season 3 of the Mandalorian.
I think how long is season 3 of the Mandalorian? I would prefer that. I would prefer them do that than go like off and be like, all right, that was it for the Mandalorian, because like it's been like 16 episodes or whatever. Like, let's get a little more time.
Yeah,
like that's it. Story's over. Like
you did all that work. I feel like you should probably give it at least like 4 or 5 seasons. Like you can't like.
There's some strings
pilot all that work for
what's happening with the Darksaber.
That's what I'm saying. I think.
Well, I still think that you could just be like, some more, bro, and that like I don't.
Sure.
Just kill him off Gideon.
I think Filoni's obsessed with Mandalore.
like Moff.
So I think this is gonna be about the
Gideon
Darksaber.
dies. So
do you think they're gonna retake
I don't know, man.
Yeah, I think season 3 is retaking Mandalore.
Yeah,
that's what I'm saying.
I wouldn't mind spin-off episodes like from now on. Like I think their best bet for the rest of this series is to stay away from like focusing on Din and him being just like a fucking fuck up guy who doesn't really know what to like, especially now that Grogu's not involved. I think that your best bet is it's like
we're done with Din and this is now a season of Boba Fett.
We should be.
What if it's a season of
No, but I would rather see a Boba Fett little mini series and then
We're even
Book of Grief Cargo.
I do not want to Grief Cargo mini.
Like we're even Stevens.
Mando, me and you, even Stevens, Mando. Oh, you like Steven? I like evens. Me and you, Mando. I'd be like, oh, fuck me. This is
Everybody hates you,
shit, man. But I love you.
So I want to divert the conversation real quick. So Alex is he's writing stuff in the chat a little bit.
He's been writing a lot.
He brought something that I think will be interesting.
You guys wanted me to bring this to the people. I brought this to the people,
you
man.
did.
You guys know where we're at now.
So he said he thinks that they're going to decanonize the sequels eventually.
The rest of
That would be great. Me and Cody were talking about that like yesterday. We were like, let's just pretend that none of it ever happened.
Reasonable, or do you think it's silly to go back and push it?
They are going to have Filoni band-aid it. They are not going to decanonize it. There's not a chance.
I don't think they will, but I wouldn't be upset about it.
They've
if
got
they
too
did.
many kids who love Rey and Poe and Finn. They're not going to decanonize it.
My issue, yeah, no, they won't. They won't decanonize it, but I mean, it would just make sense if they did. It's just nobody cares. I would have rather seen Jar Jar Binks is a Sith Lord instead of the shit they fucking gave us for the last 3 fucking episodes. Like, and they're like, oh, and it was Misa Binks, and he's like, Misa gonna kill you.
Binks.
I'm like, yes, let's go. But no.
Oh, but get this, Jar Jar is gay because we need
Taika Waititi's in charge now.
Yeah, J.K. Rowling takes over and is like, also Jar Jar Binks is gay because there's not enough gay. And him and Dumbledore are hooking up, and I'm like, that's two different franchises. J.K. Rowling, what are you doing? And she's like, yeah, but like Dumbledore has wizard powers, and he showed up and he's just fucking Jar Jar. And I'm like, what are we watching? What is this?
I want a Road Tico backstory.
I think we've talked about the
what
finale
are you doing, Rob John? What are you doing?
So we do
fucking
this
Brian
show
Johnson.
Fucking Brian.
live
Brian
every
Johnson.
Sunday.
Brian
We
Johnson.
start around 8:00. We're gonna hit an hour and a half this week probably while we fumble around for.
We can kill it now. If you're ready to go, Spaghetti Head.
I think it is a good time to end it and hop into the post show. Subscribe to our YouTube if you're still here. Some fun gameplays. We are moving on to the Clone Wars next. I think I mentioned it before we
Picture to the mic, pal.
I dumped ice ever. I almost started watching the Clone Wars because I know that Marty's all about it. So I'll watch it probably.
Now you have to.
I know Marty's all about it, man. Marty fucking loves the Clone Wars.
I booked my season 7 slot all day.
I thought I wrote down a sign off, but it is not there.
I like it.
Does anyone have a sign off?
I'm looking at Wes.
Wes
All
got
I had
called
was
out last week. Wes got called out last week. I think it's down to Marty or Aaron.
I thought I did last. Oh wait, I did one 2 weeks ago.
No, yeah, you did a Joe Buck one. That's true.
I've had some shitty ass ones, boys.
Yeah.
I mentioned something might be the name of the episode, but I thought I wrote that down. Unfortunately, did not.
Yeah, I think my only Brian one was gonna be like, and Brian's a kicking, which doesn't make any sense. So
I like it.
That was my big sign up.
That. As we always say to end the Cannonballs podcast. Wesley.
And Brian's a kicking.
Pull up, all